They're human beings, though.
But they're women.
Why do you think that?
Why do I think that? Well, I will tell you guys, but I just want to know why you guys think they should vote.
They should vote because they're human beings. Like.
Because they're human beings?
Yeah.
Half the population.
Do you think you think it's okay? So you think it's a right?
It's a right.
You don't think it's a privilege?
No, it's a fucking right.
Wait, well, if it's a hold on. If it's a hold on, wait. You said it's a privilege and a right. That can't be. Yeah, it's got to be one or the two.
You have the right, though. You have the right.
You have the privilege to have the right to vote. It's a privilege. Not everyone gets to vote in the world.
Well, I can talk about that in a second. So pretty much all of you think that women should be able to vote then? All of you guys?
Yeah, they live life as much as us.
They're half the population in the United States.
So equal, half the population. What else? What other reasons? You said right and privilege.
Without a woman, a man can vote. They can't. Because without a woman, a man wouldn't.
We need a man to have a kid too.
Our
that's
population,
for sure.
Yeah.
Our population density depends on the union of both sexes. You know?
Okay. So I'm going to tell you guys why women shouldn't vote. Are you guys familiar? All the guys actually should be familiar with this. All of you guys are U.S. citizens, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Okay. You guys had to register in something called the selective service when you turn 18, right? Correct. All of the guys?
Yes.
Do any of the girls here know what that is?
No.
Yeah. You know what that is?
What is it?
It's where you have to selective service. You have to apply yourself to be able to fight in the military.
Yeah. So you can get called to a draft. I would say right now we're the closest to World War III they've ever been. And these guys can all get sent to war off of you guys voting for someone that will send them to war.
I mean, yeah.
Well, here's the problem. Why is it that someone that doesn't have responsibility has authority to vote and send you to war when they don't take the same risk? They don't got skin in the game, but you do.
Hey, do you want a kid?
Do I what?
Do you want a kid?
A what? A kid?
Yes.
Sure.
You want a child?
Sure.
Do you bleed every month to have a child and carry that in your stomach? Do you bleed every month?
So let me get this straight. Because you bleed and you have kids, that makes you have the right to vote, you think?
Absolutely.
Yeah. We're fucking humans.
We grow the population. The population is going to grow because we can do that.
No, it's not rage bait. This is factual. This is truth.
You're picking and choosing college students to get in a fucking argument as a 30-something-year-old man.
Let's go to the game, guys.
Be so honest.
Okay, so you're doing ad hominems instead of attacking my argument.
No, I'm not attacking your argument, but dude, you're like coming up to college students to get in an argument with them. Like you're doing this on purpose.
Why are you so triggered? Why are you so triggered?
I'm not fucking triggered.
You are.
I'm not.
You totally are.
When you're fucking.
Because here's the thing. I just laid out a factual argument that the men here have skin in the game.
Can I say
they can get sent to jail, $250,000 fine.
Now,
hold on. So no, they don't have to go into the draft. You do. You can't get financial aid, but they do if they don't go into the draft. Does that make sense? So you got skin in the game. You can literally get pulled from school to go fight in a war, but they won't, and they could put the leader in that sends you to war. You see the problem there?
We're gonna keep the house intact.
What does that have to do with anything?
What does that have to do? What does your fucking mother have to do with anything?
She shouldn't vote either.
That's insane.
Well, they still have to do some type of work, though. Some
Huh?
type of work.
What was that?
Girls still have to do some type of work, though.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
Even if it's in the army, they still have their role of playing in the army, though. And we're talking about that.
yeah, I understand that, but
think of it.
Mom was in
Think
the
of it as
fucking
ants.
military, that's just
Ants, you know.
disgusting.
You got the worker ants.
you're just so mad right now.
You got the
What's
queen.
up?
You got the queen ant,
You,
whose
bitch,
role
what the fuck do you mean?
whose
I'm
role
so
is
mad. My
reproduction.
Look
fucking
at this.
mom was in the fucking army. What are you talking about?
I don't think women should serve in the military.
You're disgusting. Go fight for the country then. What are you doing here?
I don't think we should send women to war.
Not to war,
Then
but
why
they have
are you
their role,
complaining?
though.
I don't believe
We shouldn't send them to war.
Then
We
why are
shouldn't.
you complaining that they don't get to go to war because men do, and then you're saying girls shouldn't
Yeah,
go?
because we have the responsibility and the authority. I don't think women should go to war.
Of course we do, but girls have their role, too. And we're talking about the army.
So you think that women should be in the military and fighting?
Not fighting, but they have their role, like, for example, nursing.
In support positions?
Nursing.
Maybe there could be
Position in the army,
you could make the argument for them to be in support roles,
Of
but
course.
they shouldn't be in combat.
They shouldn't be in combat?
No, of course not.
Of course not. They
Hell no.
shouldn't. They
Yeah,
I
they
shouldn't.
shouldn't.
also believe in that because if anyone's gonna do it, it's gotta
They
be us.
should be the men, of
Okay. So yes,
I
biologically.
believe that
So we have the responsibility, right?
Yes.
Okay, so
I have no
with
problem in
responsibility,
accepting that.
responsibility comes with authority. They don't have that responsibility, so they shouldn't have the authority. That's my point.
Their responsibility is allocated elsewhere.
But it's not allocated to the United States government and to the military. That's the point.
But they're still doing their
But
role.
biologically,
helping out.
What was that?
Even if they're helping out, like if it's nursing, if it's any role, they're still doing their
But they don't need to vote, though. They can take care of their kids without voting. You guys are trying to say they're a mom. That doesn't justify them having the right to vote. Voting is a privilege.